Hello, and welcome to my channel. This is Elise here of Plan with Elise, and today we are going to be doing some planning, but we're going to try something a little bit different today. I'm pulling out my supplies. So today I have a Happy Planner goals layout, and we're going to remove this September because we're not using it for September. This is going to be a spread for Takara, and we are creating an annual goals page for her to be able to use in her planner for the whole year. So it's not month specific. And because we're sort of changing up what these pages are intended to be used for, I'm really going to set this up as though I were creating it for myself, because I think that that's going to just make the most sense here. So I pulled out Live Love Posh Petals and Pages. I saw another not planner setup, journal setup using these stickers, and I just think that they are so pretty. I cannot get over these stickers, and I thought that it would be a really fun way to use these pages because they're not like season specific. It's just a really pretty design. So that's what we're gonna do here. Which one of these do I want to use? I'm gonna pull this out. And I'm going to put this here, just going across to the end. And then we'll trim this off. But I'm going to want to reuse this, so I'm going to put it on this side of my desk so I remember to reuse it. And then I have some Mojo Jojo plans. I think I may want to use the large Date the Dates and put this right up here. Now, the biggest thing I'm going to have to figure out with this spread is how to handle the habit tracking, because this is for monthly habit tracking. So we need to kind of come up with a plan there. I sort of have an idea, but I kind of want to go to that last because I'm not 100% sure how it's going to work. So instead, we'll keep going. And then I'm going to cover these up. So what I thought I could do at this top section is actually reserve it for a word of the year. Thinking about the way that you use a planner, if you use like left to right, top to bottom, I thought that this would be the perfect spot for a word of the year because everything that Takara writes down from here on forward can really be focused on that. So let's put this down. And actually, let me look at some of these. I wanted to look at the plans to do memories and love just to see if there was any like word of the year type of sticker, because I don't know what her word of the year will be, but this will hopefully motivate her to set one up if she hasn't already. Okay, so let's grab this sticker. And I'm going to put this right here at the top. Sometimes I feel like when I'm filming in a sweatshirt, things get in the way, like my arms get in the way. I tried rolling them up, but we'll see. Okay, so now we're going to put this right here and then pull out some Alpha Basics. I feel like I may need, I was going to say maybe I need a little bit bigger, but I don't think so. I think we're just going to spell out word of the year. Because the idea of a word of the year is it's kind of like your North Star for everything you do in the year. So having it at the start of a goals page is a really good place for it. Word of I'll shift that over a little bit so I can fit them both. Of, and then the, oops, rip that a little bit. I didn't rip the sticker, I just ripped where I was pulling it out from. H, E, and year. I think that looks so cute. Sometimes I don't really know what my plan is until I sit down because I was like, oh, how are we going to use this? And I kind of thought we would brainstorm together. Because sometimes when we brainstorm together here, we're kind of talking through it, and that gives me more and better ideas than if I were just sitting here thinking like in my head of what I wanted to do. Because I feel like I'm definitely a talk it out kind of person. I think I've always been. All right, so now we can cover those. Let's come over to some of these boxes, which are going to be really nice here. And then I don't know that I want to use that washi. Actually, we're going to use this washi again. Not washi, sticker strip, but you know, washi style sticker strip. So I'm going to put this down first. And kind of tuck that over it. And then we'll grab a knife. I was just kind of putting it on my hand so that it doesn't get stuck to the page. Now, this is normally where I do to-dos, and I still think that that's how I want to use it because there are certain things like less of an annual goal, but more of an annual to-do that you want to make sure to accomplish within a year. So we are going to do that here. So T-O. And I just like it better with stickers than the default writing there. To do. And then I highly doubt that this sticker book has any bullet points because that's not really the intent of this sticker book. So I need a checklist. Dots and Checklists Volume 2 by Kelevaplan is always a good choice. I like this one because they're more pastel. Or not pastel, they are pastel, but they're smaller bullet points than in the first one. And I also think it'll look cute because you have those circles. It kind of reminds me of The Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. But I feel like these are those annual things that you want to get done. And that'll be how I'd use these. And I think we're just going to stick with the one color. I'm still brainstorming the left side. It really depends on everything else, but I have some ideas. My hand is like hurting for some reason. It's always weird to me when my left hand hurts because I'm a righty, and my right hand tends to hurt because of writing or like using my tweezers too much or things like that. But my left hand doesn't normally bother me. Maybe I like slept on it weird or something. Okay, we've got our to-do bullet points, so I should be finished with that. Then, normally, if I'm doing this for a monthly, this bottom section would be like what's coming up this month. And I think that it can still be that way, but not labeled as such. And the reason I don't necessarily want to label and require Takara to use it this way is because maybe she has a different intent or idea on how she'd want to use this than what I'm suggesting. Creating custom spreads is so much fun, but also I don't want anyone to feel tied down to what I put down because at the end of the day, it has to work for you. It's like someone else's planner. So we're just going to kind of create a little box section without a label so that she can do with this what she wants to. I'm also going to add this sticker, and it says memories on it. I don't think that that would really apply here with the way that this page would be used. So I'm going to take washi stickers of washi, and we're just going to cover it like that. And now that box can be used however she wants to. So I think that really works over here. Okay, now for the right side of the page. We're going to cover this up. This is so pretty. And let's grab another kind of corner piece here. Maybe I put it here because we have that one there. I think that'll look cool. Like that. I also really like these dots because we've got them on that side. I think it would be cute to add them here. Wait, I just had another idea. Okay, new idea. We're gonna put them here and spell out goals. I like that idea. See, I have to like sit and create with you. Otherwise, I don't think that would have happened. We're going to go over this a little bit, but it's a good thing goals has 5 letters because we weren't going to have enough room for any other type. Okay, I need a different Alpha Basics because I think this is going to be too small. Oh, I don't need Alpha Basics. You know what I do have? This sticker book because there are letters in there. The pink ones are going to, I just got so excited. These are going to be too big, but how cute would it be to put these here? Every once in a while, I create a spread and I'm like, I want to keep this for myself, but I'm not going to because it wasn't my idea. This is so cute. Oh, I'm obsessed. I'm excited. Okay. I hope you get as excited about these things as I do. All right. The next thing I need to do, and this is just a before I forget moment, but pull this out. One thing I'm trying to be mindful of on my channel is when I have to turn my head or bend down or go somewhere besides right here where I'm sitting in front of the mic, is stopping talking because I know that when I turn my head and stuff like that, it's hard to hear me. So I am trying to be more mindful of that. I didn't really punch that properly. Okay. I wanted to punch these because I have sent out spreads before forgetting to punch them. Oh, that looks so cute. All right. Now we have the space for goals. So one thing about this sticker book is that the boxes are a little bit bigger, but I think that with this idea of like the junk journaling style, we can do a lot of layering and that will allow Takara to add in different goals throughout. I think this is better. I know that it's meant to go this way because of the books, but I think it's better suited for this spread like this. And this way she can add in all of these different goals in different boxes. Definitely more space over here. Let's see what else we have. We do have this other memories one again. So I'd like to include it, but this time I'm actually just going to cut off the bottom. I'll strip that sticker in half. And making sure that there's enough room to write. We definitely need more across there. And it's not just to fill up the space, it's to make sure that she has enough room to actually put down her goals. So I really like this sticker, but I do feel that it's going to be too big for this space. So we're going to cut it. Don't feel like just because there's a sticker that has pre-made layers in it, you have to keep it with how it originally came. You can always cut things and play around to make them work for you. I'm going to put this here so that it kind of hits that. Whoops. And then we have some more space, and this could be like a little goal, like read books or something. And then we've got a tiny bit more room over here. I don't know if it's really meant to have another box. So instead, we're going to add in some of these circles that just kind of brings back that circle design from the other side. I think that that's really cute. If I wanted to add in one more, I could probably add this over here, or like maybe here, just as an extra. I don't like it there. Maybe here will be better. We can do that. And then I can fill in some of this space just with a little bit more like cute elements like that. So now we have, depending on how big you write, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did I count that yet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You could also use this down here. I think that 8 is good. If I wanted to tuck one more in, 8 is good because 8 goals, there's 8 life categories in Moxie Life, which is where I usually like pull goals from. I think we could actually put this here with the bow and add in one more. Not all goals need like a ton of space to write them down. No, that's not going to fit there. We'll put it here. Okay. It looks busy, but I feel like once it's written in and each box is a little bit more like identified of what's in each one, you can really see that they're separate boxes, it'll be better. One idea I do have, and I really hope I don't ruin this. We have 2 boxes that don't really have those lines like the other ones do. And I think maybe if I just take a little washi cutting card, or you could do a ruler, and just kind of outline it, it'll pop a little bit more. It doesn't have to be perfect here because those lines aren't perfect. But I think that that may help what I'm seeing here. So we've got that one and then this one too. Doing this by hand versus a ruler may actually be better because it better matches the other boxes. Yeah. Oh, and then this one down here. That's actually like a ticket. I think we're gonna not make it a ticket. Here we go. Yeah, I feel like sometimes something little really makes a big impact. So now I remembered I do have more of this. I'm going to put some of this down here because at this point, I'm not going to put this back in the sticker book. So it's either going to go on the page or it's going to go in the trash. And I feel like it's still kind of bringing in that design from both sides of the page. Sorry, lost my words for a moment. Okay. Let's see. We also should put something down over here. So I did see like a really thin washi style strip. This one I had my eye on. I don't really know how long I'll need it to be. I don't want to cut the entire thing or pull off the entire thing. So we'll put this here. Now, normally with a monthly goals page, I'll also include reflections. I don't know if I want to do reflections here or not because I feel like holding on to it annually is a lot. So I need to think about that. And then also, I usually like to relabel these. Don't have any numbers in here, but I could bring the numbers from this just to kind of come back to those stickers since we didn't use them on this side. So we can do 1, 2, 3. I just came up with an idea for this side. Going in order is really helpful, but also going in like inspiration is really helpful. It's like I didn't quite know what I wanted to do here. I gave it a second and then an idea popped into my head. So I'm going to take this stripe washi. Sticker strip, not washi. To be honest with you, I always say washi and then I fix it to sticker strip because I'm afraid someone's going to correct me. No one's ever corrected me. I only correct myself. So I don't know. Maybe I'll let go of that in 2026. All right. Here I want to write not right, sticker. I am proud of. This way, it's a little bit less force of a reflection and more something that Takara can continue to add to throughout the year. It's really important to think about what you're proud of. I've been seeing this trend on Instagram where women get together and put a cake, like they have a cake and they put little sticks in the cake with hearts on it, and they each come into the camera and say what they're celebrating from 2025 because it's like a Friendsgiving cake. And it's been making me emotional, to be honest with you, every time I see it, because I love seeing the different things that the women are proud of, and it just makes me really happy. And I had actually today posted on Instagram, you know, I love this. Let me know in the comment box, like what you're proud of, because I really love the idea of celebrating what we're proud of. So we're going to take this piece of sticker paper and just put it right over this. It's not covered up completely, but I think that's more of a factor of this being under the bright lights. Okay, there we go. Now, my thought here, I want to come back to Petals and Pages. I have an idea here. The problem is my idea is not going to work with the letters we have here. It doesn't mean that I have to use these letters, but let me think about how I want to execute this. Okay, we're gonna pause for a second because I need to grab some supplies. I grabbed some lined paper because when I was thinking throughout this whole video of how I'd like to see this space be used or how I would use it if it were for me, all I could think about is a letter to myself and what I'd like to see in the new year, what I'd like to accomplish, what I would like to let go of, what I'd like to incorporate into my life. Just a little letter to yourself. Oops, I went over the line there. A little letter to yourself, which I think is a really healthy exercise for the beginning of a new year. I'll fix that part. And it's a short letter because it's just the space here on the sidebar. And then let's come back to our alphabet stickers. And we're going to kick off this as a prompt. Dear and then we'll put Takara's name, just as though she was writing this letter to herself, because this is her prompt space. Oops. Okay. And then we'll add a little comma. And look, I love that. Okay, so this other spot here that I accidentally added the correction or the adhesive to, if you just kind of run over it, the adhesive will reduce the stickiness. You could always add in a little piece of paper, but if this were my spread, I would leave it as is. Because it's spread for someone else, I'm just going to grab this piece and pop it in as just kind of an extra little decorative item. Here we go. Okay, how did we do? Is this a good goals page for the year? I think we converted this really nicely from monthly to annual, and I love this quote here as well. So I think we are all set. I'm really excited about it, and I'm really excited to give it to her. I hope you enjoyed. I'll link everything I used in the description of the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.